Vivian Julia from Telluride will be on the red, and in the hole, pairing 13, pits Lila Miller.
Red course winner 21. I'm sorry, that is a blue course winner 24-1. Jakumovitz advances.
Max Jakumovitz will move on. Oh, that's awesome.
Number 11, Bib 250, Wanamaker on blue. Bib 135, Phillips on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Buster Keaton Phillips on the red. Casey Wanamaker on the blue. Wanamaker from Vail. Keaton Phillips from Team Summit. Right now, Keaton Phillips with a little bit of a lead. Wanamaker staying with him. Now making the pass. To the bottom air they go. Wow. Both boys screaming across the line. She gives speed points to both? Wow. We will leave that one to the judges. In the gate, we head to the women's side of the bracket from Telluride. Vivian Julia will be on the red course, taking on Winter Park's Hazel Cool on the blue. Pairing 13 is on deck as Lila Miller from Steamboat on the red, taking on Sienna Kin on the blue from Winter Park. And in the hole, pairing 14 has Aspen's...
Blue course winner 16-9, Wanamaker advances.
Casey Wanamaker moves on. In the hole, pairing 13, Ava Hanlon on the red from Aspen, taking on Vail's Zoe Renadin.
Ring number 12, Bib 85, Cool on blue. Bib 18, Julia on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Vivian Julia on the red, Hazel Cool on the blue. Cool from Winter Park, Julia from Telluride. Hazel Cool launching that top air first. Coming at us on the blue course. Vivian Julia trying to reel her in. Hazel launching that bottom air and rips across the finish line. So blue will get the speed points. In the gate, we've got pairing 13, Sienna Kin on the blue, Lila Miller on the red. On deck, pairing 14, pits Aspen's Ava Hanlon on the red, Zoe Renadin on the blue.
That is a blue course winner. Julia advances.
Whoa.
When is it blue course or is it Julia? Julia was on red, right?
Julia was on red, Cool was on blue.
Protocol is wrong, so Cool advances. Blue course advances.
Hazel Cool will move on.
Judges are ready. Pairing number 13, Bib 84, Kin on blue. Bib 79, Miller on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Lila Miller from the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club on the red course. Sienna Kin from Winter Park is on the blue. Both athletes head to head. Miller on the red with the lead. To the bottom air they go. Miller with a twister spread. And she's going to zip across the line first. Followed closely by Kin on the blue course. In the gate, pairing number 14, Zoe Renedin will be on the blue. Ava Hanlon from Aspen on the red. On deck, pairing 15 has Hildy Mayton on the blue.
Winner 20 to 5. Kim advances.
She did it again. Okay, wait, you did it again. Miller's on the red course, Kin is on the blue.
Okay, our protocols are all incorrect, so we have to pause here for a moment and correct them all.
Jana's on her way up.
Duel, Miller advanced.
So Lila Miller will move on. Pairing 14 is in the gate. Zoe Renedin from Vale will be on the blue. Ava Hanlon on the red from Aspen. On deck, pairing 15. Hildy Mayton will be on the blue. Emery Pope will be on the red. Pope from Telluride, or excuse me, Team Summit. Hildy Mayton from Aspen. And in the hole, pairing 16, will pit Madeline Messier from Telluride on the blue, going against Natalie Crete on the red from Winter Park.
Judges are ready?
Hanlon on red, blue, Ronaldo.
Pairing 14, bib 58, Renedin on blue, bib 29, Hanlon on red. Blue course ready, red course.
Zoe Renedin on the blue from Vale. Ava Hanlon on the red from Aspen. Renedin off that top air first. Both on the blue course with the lead. Hanlon trying to reel her in. Renedin to the bottom air with a twister spread. And Zoe's going to cruise across the line first on the blue course. Our next pairing is pairing 15. We'll pit Hildy Mayton from Aspen on the blue, taking on Emery Pope from Team Summit on the red. On deck, pairing 16, pits Madeline Messier on the blue. Natalie Crete will be on the red. Crete from Winter Park, Messier from Telluride.
19-6, Rayno Noden advances.
Zoe Renedin will move on the blue course.
Judges are ready? Pairing number 15, bib 43, Mayton on blue, bib 36, Pope on red. Blue course ready, red course.
Emery Pope on the red course from Team Summit. Hildy Mayton from Aspen on the blue. Both girls landing that top air simultaneously. Turning and burning through this middle section. Emery Pope hits that bottom air first, followed by Mayton. And Pope edges out on the red course and will get the speed points. Madeline Messier on the blue. Natalie Crete on the red in pairing 16. On Sydney Martin from Telluride on the blue, taking on Grace Mack on the red. And in the hole, pairing 18, has Lucy Gray from Steamboat taking on her teammate, Anouk Bradley.
Hi, Erica. Hi, bud. How are you? Good.
That is a red course winner, 14-11. Pope advances.
Emery Pope will move on to take on Lily Iannone in the next round.
Pairing 16, bib 14, Messier on blue, bib 52, Crete on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Natalie Crete on the red course from Winter Park. Madeline Messier on the blue from Telluride. Crete with a slight lead off that top air. Steamboats, Grace Mack on the red. Sydney Martin from Telluride will be on that top air. Steamboats, Grace Mack on the red. Sydney Martin from Telluride will be on the blue.
21 to 4. Crete advances.
Alina, did you happen to hear who won this one? Whether it was RT
Crete will move on. Which pairing was that?
Ready? Pairing 17, bib 55, Martin on blue, bib 81, Mac on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Did you switch the camera on the tablet?
Matt Grace from Steamboat, a freshman at Steamboat Springs High School, taking on Sydney Martin from Telluride on the blue. Sydney Martin with the lead on the blue course. Matt Gray back up to the bottom air. They go. Oh! Down goes Martin. Grace Mack will get the speed point. Sydney, are you all right? Got to ski it to the bottom. Anouk Bradley will be taking on her teammate, Lucy Gray. Two Steamboat skiers going head-to-head in pairing 18. Gigi Lobeck on the blue. In pairing 19, Finley Henderson on the red. Lobeck from Winter Park, Henderson. Lobeck from Steamboat, Henderson from Winter Park. And in the hole, pairing 20, will pit Kenzie Ricketts.
Advanced, May.
Grace Mack will move on.
Sorry, Mac advanced. Judges are ready. Pairing 18, bib 61, Gray on blue, bib 78, Bradley on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Anouk Bradley on the red, the elder stateswoman, the senior at Steamboat Springs High School, taking on the freshman, Lucy Gray on the blue. Both teammates head to head. Anookie Cookie on the red, coming head to head. Lucy Gray not going away. Both girls smoking to the bottom air. Big twister spread for Anouk. And Bradley will cross the line first, followed closely by Lucy Gray. No. All right. Pairing 19 will be in the gate. Gigi Lobeck will be on the blue from Steamboat, taking on Finley Henderson from Winter Park on the red.
Course winner, 19-8. 17-8.
Anouk Bradley will move on. On deck, we've got Steamboat's Kenzie Ricketts on the blue and Georgia Kirshner on the red.
Pairing 19, bib 45, Lobeck on blue, bib 64, Henderson on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Gigi Lobeck on the blue, Finley Henderson from Winter Park on the red. Henderson and Lobeck head to head. Lobeck launching that top air first into her bumps, and here they come. Finley Henderson trying to reel in Lobeck. To the bottom air they go. Big twister from Gigi Lobeck, and she's going to scream across the line first on the blue course. In the gate, pairing 20 has Steamboat's Kenzie Ricketts on the blue. Georgia Kirshner from Team Summit will be on the red. Pairing 21 on deck.
Jason, we have a problem up here. Somebody keeps going in and out of the trailer and shaking the trailer, so it doesn't work for us.
Thank you.
Can we keep everybody out of the trailer?
Tenley Lemna will be on the blue course in pairing 21. Willow Cruz on the red. And then in the hole, pairing 22, has Finley Fontaine from Steamboat on the blue, taking on Francesca Timponi on the red.
Safe travel. Thank you.
Drive safe, thank you. Yeah.
Got everything? So Francesca,
We have a blue course winner, 13-12. Lobeck advances.
Gigi Lobeck will move on the blue course.
Judges are ready.
But it's a fun one. Oh, good. Yeah.
Number 20, bib 83, Ricketts on blue. Bib 5, Kushner on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
All right, Kenzie Ricketts on the blue course. Georgia Kirshner on the red. Kirshner and Ricketts head to head. Both girl. Kirshner at Summit County. Kenzie at Steamboat. Ricketts on the blue course trying to reel her in. Georgia Kirshner with a twister spread off that bottom air and zips across the line. Red course will get the time points, followed closely by Kenzie Ricketts on the blue. Pairing 21 in the gate, Tenley Lemna from Vale will be on the blue course. Willow Cruz from Winter Park will be on the red. On deck, pairing 22.
Winner 17-8, Kirshner advances.
Georgia Kirshner will move on. Pairing 22 on deck, Finley Fontaine on the blue, Francesca Timponi on the red.
Pairing 21, bib 11, Lemna on blue. Bib 46, wearing bib 38, Cruz on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Tenley Lemna on the blue. Willow Cruz on the red. Cruz from Winter Park. Lemna from Vale. Turn for turn off that top air. Willow. Cruz on the red. Lemna on the blue. Lemna gets a little bit of separation as they hit the transition. Lemna with the Cossack. And Lemna is going to take it across the line first on the blue course. In the gate, pairing 22, Francesca Timponi will be on the red. Finley Fontaine from Steamboat will be on the blue.
And then I'll give you my sheet.
On deck, we've got pairing number 23, Chase Atherton from Team Summit on the red. Kai Rugeberg on the blue.
15-10, Lemna advances.
Blue course winner, Tenley Lemna, moves on. And in the hole, well, still got this one.
Pairing 22, bib 132, wearing bib 13, Fontaine on blue. Bib 92, Timponi on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Finley Fontaine on the blue. Francesca Timponi from Team Summit on the red.
Come on, Franny.
Francesca with a slight lead off that top air. Finley Fontaine. No, that's Fontaine on the blue, excuse me. Timponi on the red. To the bottom air they come. Finley, Timponi, both skiers off that bottom air and across the line first. Blue course, Finley Fontaine. We'll see what the judges have to say. Thank you. Pairing 23 is in the gate. Chase Atherton on the red course. Kai Rugeberg on the blue from Aspen. Pairing 24 will pit Judah Simmons from Aspen on the blue, taking on Liam Shevlin on the red. And in the hole, pairing 25 has Ben Hendo Henderson from Winter Park on the red against Alexander Stewart on the blue from Vail.
That is a red course winner, 1510. Timponi advances.
Francesca Timponi will move on.
Judges are ready? Pairing 23, bib 121, Rugeberg on blue, bib 240, Atherton on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Chase Atherton on the red course, taking on Kai Michael Rugeberg on the blue. Rugeberg from Aspen. Atherton from Team Summit. Both boys turn for turn here. Turning and burning here to the bottom air. Atherton getting a little bit loose. To the bottom air they go. Atherton sending it to the moon and across the line first. But that one is going to be tight. Rugeberg coming in right behind Chase. Liam Shevlin will be on the red course.
We could do maintenance just before the round of 8, which would be after bracket 54.
Next is going to be on red.
It's 54.
Here, let me see.
Checking.
58.
Pairing 24 in the gate. Judah Simmons from Aspen will be on the blue. Liam Shevlin from Winter Park on the red. On deck, pairing 25.
So we're saying after 38. That's what him and Jason and Carson talked about.
Alexander Stewart on the blue.
Just told me he prefers it just before the round of 8. Are we keeping it at 38 or can we move it?
Ben Hendo Henderson will be on the red. Alexander Stewart on the blue. And
We have a red course winner, 14-9. Atherton advances.
Chase Atherton moves on.
Let's use Chris's call.
And air.
Carson saying after 58.
After 54.
Check. That's what we'll do.
All right, pairing 24 is in the gate. Judah Simmons on the blue. Shevlin, Liam on the red. Aspen versus Winter Park. On deck, pairing 25. Alexander Stewart on the blue. Ben Henderson on the red. Stewart from Vail, Henderson from Winter Park. In the hole, pairing 26, has Hudson Julia from Telluride taking on Ben Thrush.
Judges are ready? Pairing number 24, bib 241, Simmons on blue, bib 224, Shevlin on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Judah Simmons on the blue from Aspen. Liam Shevlin on the red from Winter Park. Both boys head to head. Turning and burning through this middle section. Simmons with a slight lead. Shevlin trying to reel him in. To the bottom air they go. Simmons lands it and takes it across the line on the blue course.
Or you guys could switch
In the gate, pairing 25 has Alexander Stewart on the blue, Ben Hendo Henderson on the red from Winter Park. On deck, pairing 26 will pit Hudson Julia from Telluride on the blue, going against Ben Thrush from Winter Park on the red. And in the hole, pairing 27 has Oscar Trujillo on the blue and Luca Dispense on the red. Goes back to that whole pants thing. So happy.
After 58. Okay, cool.
That's a blue course winner, 13-12. Shevlin advances.
Wow, tight one. 13-12, Liam Shevlin moves on.
Is that Shevlin or is it blue Simmons?
All right.
It's a blue course winner.
Okay, that means it's a blue course winner. Excuse me.
Simmons advances.
Judah Simmons moves on. Liam Shevlin. Unfortunately, that was tight, boys. Good run. Ben Henderson, pairing 25. Ben Henderson on the red. Alexander Stewart on the blue. They are in the gate. Pairing 26 will pit Ben Thrush on the red. Hudson Julia on the blue.
Judges are ready. Pairing 25, Feb 117, Stewart on blue, Feb 201, Henderson on red. Blue course ready, red course.
Ben Hendo Henderson on the red course. Alexander Stewart from Vail on the blue course. Vail versus Winter Park. Stewart gets a little bit loose off that top air. Henderson hammering through this middle section. Hendo to the bottom air. Nails it and will get the speed points. Whoo! Coming in hot. Bearing 26 is now in the gate. Hudson Julia from Telluride will be on the blue. Ben Thrush from Winter Park will be on the red. On deck, pairing 27. Oscar Trujillo on the blue. Luca Dispense will be on the red. In the hole, pairing 28 has Zach Scheinbaum on the blue, taking on Remy Trujillo.
Winner 21-4. Henderson advances.
Ben Henderson moves on the red course.
Judges are ready. Pairing 26, Feb 122, Julia on blue, Feb 143, Thrush on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Ben Thrush on the red from Winter Park. Hudson Julia on the blue from Telluride. Both boys hitting that landing simultaneously. Here they are, turn for turn. Thrush getting a little separation. To the bottom air they come. Ben Thrush in a rush to cross the line first. Pairing 27 in the gate will pit Luca Dispense on the red. Oscar Trujillo on the blue. On deck, pairing 28 has Remy Trujillo on the red with Zach Scheinbaum on the blue.
That is a red course winner, 15-10. Thrush advances.
Ben Thrush on the red course will move on.
Judges are ready. Pairing 27, Feb 194, Trujillo on blue, Feb 165, Dispense on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Luca Dispense, the elder of the Dispense brothers, on the red from Vail. Trujillo, Oscar. That's Oscar Trujillo on the blue. Two Vail skiers going head to head. Dispense and Trujillo. Trujillo gets a little bit loose. Stays with it. To the bottom air they come. Oh, and Trujillo has to ski out. And Dispense will come across the line first.
Blue course DNF, red course advances.
Luca Dispense will move on in the gate, pairing 28. No. Luca Dispense is on the red course. So Remy Trujillo will be on the red. Zach Scheinbaum will be on the blue course. Pairing 29 is on deck.
Pairing 28, bib 114, Scheinbaum on blue. Bib 198, Trujillo on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
The Big Z, Zach Scheinbaum on the blue course from Winter Park. Remy Trujillo on the red course from Vail. Both athletes head to head. Zach Scheinbaum getting a little separation here. Fast approaching the transition. And races across the line first. Pairing 29 is in the gate. Nico Perangeli from Vail will be on the blue, taking on his teammate Owen Wanamaker on the red. On deck, pairing 30 has Max Mars from Steamboat on the red, going against Charlie Martin on the blue. In the hole, pairing 31 has Simon Cope from Vail on the red, taking on Cayman Christine.
Winner 14-11, Remy Trujillo advances.
All right, guys, we need you as soon as you're done. If you win, move on. No dilly-dallying here. That doesn't seem right.
I agree.
So you had Remy Trujillo win that one?
No, hold on, we're recounting.
There's no way.
This is not your fault. Like, you're getting this information. This is nuts. How many times they've screwed up, though? Sorry, are you on right now?
You want to give me the next one? Yeah. I got Owen and Nico. They're next.
All right, we're getting a retabulation on pairing 28.
Blue course winner 16-9, Scheinbaum advances.
Zach Scheinbaum moves on. Pairing 29 has Nico Perangeli on the blue, Owen Wanamaker on the red.
Pairing 29, bib 129, Perangeli on blue. Bib 125, Wanamaker on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Owen Wanamaker on the red, Nico Perangeli on the blue. Two Vail athletes head to head, popping off that top air, and here they come. Wanamaker on the red with a little bit of a lead. Perangeli trying to stay with him here. Churning and burning to the bottom air. Followed closely by Nico Perangeli. In the gate, pairing 30, pits Max Mars from Steamboat on the red. Charlie Martin from Winter Park will be on the blue. On deck, pairing 31 has Cayman Christine on the blue. And Vail
Red course winner 18-7, Wanamaker advances.
Red course moves on, Owen Wanamaker.
Judges are ready. Pairing 30, bib 158, Martin on blue. Bib 212, Mars on red. Blue course ready, red course.
Charlie Martin, the elder statesman, on the blue course. Mogul Max Mars on the red. Mars with a slight lead off that top air, skipping through these middle section. Charlie Martin trying to reel him in. Mars and Martin to the bottom air they come. Oh my! They stick the landing and Charlie Martin by a nose. What a run by Mogul Max Mars! We'll be seeing that one on Facebook really soon. Martin, Charlie.
Winner 16-9, Martin advances.
Charlie Martin moves on.
It will be on red, Delaney Owen.
All right, pairing 31 in the gate. Cayman Christine will be on the blue from Winter Park. Vales Simon Cope on the red. On deck, pairing 32 has Beckett Wilson from Aspen on the blue, taking on Owen Delaney on the red from Team Summit.
Pairing 31, bib 182, Christine on blue, bib 189, Cope on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Red will be Clark Mason.
All right, here we go. Christine on the blue. Simon Cope from Vale on the red. Christine, the young gun. Simon Cope, one of our more mature skiers here. Could use that for these guys. Simon Cope to the bottom air. Christine not going away. Both athletes going large and across the line first. Simon Cope on the red course. Owen Delaney is in the gate, pairing 32. Delaney on the red course from Team Summit will be taking on Beckett Wilson from Aspen on the blue. Mason Clark from Winter Park.
Red course winner 18-7, Cope.
Simon Cope will be moving on. All right, on deck, pairing 33, Mason Clark from Winter Park against Jake Rugerberg from Aspen.
32, bib 187, Wilson on blue, bib 107, Delaney on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
All right, Beckett Wilson on the blue, Delaney on the red. Owen Delaney from Team Summit. Wilson from Aspen, head to head. Smoking through this middle section. Delaney with a slight lead to the bottom air they go. Lands it. And across the line first. Owen Delaney on the red course. Pairing 33 is in the gate. Mason Clark from Winter Park on the red, taking on Jake Rugerberg from Aspen on the blue. On deck, we've got Lucas White from Team Summit on the red, Ryan Hughes from Vale on the blue.
Course winner 16-9, Delaney advances.
Owen Delaney moving on. In the hole, pairing 35 has Cole Anderson on the red. James Lupica from Winter Park on the blue.
So we have White Lucas, Hughes Ryan, Anderson. Sorry.
In the gate, pairing 33, Mason Clark from Winter Park on the red. Jake Parker Rugerberg from Aspen on the blue.
Pairing 33, bib 152, Rugerberg on blue, bib 178, Clark on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Mason Clark from Winter Park on the red. Jake Rugerberg from Aspen on the blue. Rugerberg sending that top air first. Mason Clark from Winter Park trying to reel him in. Rugerberg not letting him. Here they come to the bottom air. Mason Clark sticks it and takes it across first on the red course. In the gate, pairing 34 has Team Summit's Lucas White on the red. Vale's Ryan Hughes on the blue. Pairing 35 is on deck. James Lupica from Winter Park on the blue. Cole Anderson from Steamboat on the red. And in the hole, we've got Griffin.
Course winner 17-8, Clark advances.
Mason Clark from Winter Park will move on.
Judges are ready. Pairing 34, bib 186, Hughes on blue, bib 154, White on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Ryan Hughes from Winter Park on the blue. Lucas White on the red from Team Summit. Hughes and White. Hughes on the blue, getting a little bit loose. White skis out, skis back in, and to the bottom air they come. Hughes, monstrous air and across the line first. In the gate, we've got Steamboat's Cole Anderson on the red. James Lupica from Winter Park on the blue. On deck, pairing 36, has Mad Max Jakimowicz on the red, taking
20 to 5. Hughes advances.
Ryan Hughes advances. So Jakimowicz taking on Griffin Harvey on the blue.
Pairing 35, bib 163, Lupica on blue. Bib 181, Anderson on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Cole Anderson on the red. James Lupica on the blue. Lupica from Winter Park. Anderson from Steamboat. Both boys turn for turn through this middle section. Lupica and Anderson. Lupica, oh my, to the bottom air they come, fast and furious. Anderson sticks it and takes it home, and Cole Anderson will get the speed points. In the gate, pairing 36, has Griffin Seaford Harvey on the blue, taking on Max Jakimowicz on the red. On deck, pairing 37, has Kittredge Farragher on the blue.
Course winner. Yep. 20.
Kittredge Farragher will be taking on Canyon Cup in pairing 37. They're on deck. Pairing
Course winner, 19-6, Anderson advances.
Cole Anderson will move on.
Judges are ready. Pairing 36, bib 150, Harvey on blue. Bib 144, Jakimowicz on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Griffin Harvey on the blue. Max Jakimowicz on the red. Both athletes launching that top air. Here they come, turn for turn. Harvey with a slight lead off that top air. Both athletes getting a little bit loose here. To the bottom air they go with the back X. And across the line first is Harvey, followed closely by Max Jakimowicz. We will leave that to the judges. Oh, Kittredge Farragher will be on the blue course in pairing 37. Canyon Cup from Vale will be on the red course. They are in the gate. Pairing 38 on deck, Munayo Ferreira will be on the blue. All right, we had an athlete lose their phone on the course.
Where did it fly out?
Blue course.
Two bumps from top down. Hey Griff, do you have zippers on that those pants?
Jay, did you hear that? I'm trying to confirm right now, but it sounds like there's a phone on the course.
Do we know where we lost it?
A little down from top air.
Okay, that was a red course winner, 14-11. Jakimowicz advances.
Mad Max Jakimowicz will move on. All right, so we think it's just below the bottom air. Top air, top air.
A few bumps down
I feel like I see something in the middle.
So a few bumps down off the top air is what we're thinking, a few bumps down off the top air.
Zip those pockets.
Is somebody going for the phone?
right.
That's twice. Was that 2 weeks in a row?
Not 2 weeks, but
Maybe a month ago.
Darcy, do you have anybody?
Top Air's heading down to find it. They've got eyes on it.
What are we on now? God dang it.
We are going to head to 37.
What dual number?
all right. I owe that gentleman a beer.
Phone found.
No. We're on 37.
Oh, we're on this one.
Yeah.
All right, in the gate, Kittredge Farragher will be on the blue from Telluride. Canyon Cup will be on the red from Vale. On deck, pairing 38 will pit Munayo Ferreira
Judges are ready.
on the blue, and Casey Wanamaker will be on the red.
Pairing number 37, bib 111, Farragher on blue, bib 100, cup on red, blue course ready, red course ready.
Kittredge Farragher on the blue. Canyon Cup on the red. Both skiers head to head. Cup with a slight lead. Kittredge trying to reel him in. Oh my, Cup goes down. Farragher to the bottom air. And across the line first is Kittredge Farragher. In the gate, pairing 38 pits Munayo Ferreira against Casey Wanamaker. Ferreira from Winter Park, Wanamaker from Vale. On deck, we've got pairing 39. Hazel Cool will be on the red course, taking on Olivia Martin from Winter Park on the blue. And pairing 40 will pit Lila Miller on the blue, taking on Zoe Renadin on the red.
4, Farragher advances.
Kittredge Farragher will move on.
Judges are ready. Heading 38, bib 191, Ferreira on blue, bib 250, Wanamaker on red, blue course ready, red course ready.
Munayo Ferreira on the blue, Casey Wanamaker on the red. Ferreira launching that top air first. Wanamaker trying to stay here with Ferreira. Ferreira to the bottom air first. Munayo with a big, huge back X. And across the line first is Munayo. In the gate, pairing 39 as we move back to the women's side of the bracket. Hazel Cool will be on the red course from Winter Park, taking on her teammate Olivia Martin. On deck, pairing 40, Zoe Renadin will be on the red. Lila Miller from Steamboat.
7, Ferreira advances.
Blue course moves on. Munayo Ferreira back to the top.
Are we doing course maintenance?
Not till after 58, I believe, Wendy.
After 54, just before the round of 8.
Will someone tell her that 58 is actually before?
It'll be after 58. Or sorry.
58?
Are they wanting to do it after 44 or 58?
58 is the end of the women's, is the end of the women's.
Judges are ready.
After the men.
Heading 39, bib 75, Martin on blue, bib 85, Cool on red, blue course ready, red course ready.
Hazel Cool on the red course. Olivia Martin on the blue. Two teammates head to head. Martin on the blue course with the lead. Hazel Cool trying to reel her in. Cool to the bottom air. And Olivia Martin comes across first on the blue course, followed by Hazel Cool. In the gate, pairing 40, has Zoe Renadin versus Lila Miller. Renadin on the blue. Renadin on the red. Lila Miller will be on the blue. Pairing 41 in the gate, or on deck, Emery Pope will be on the red from Team Summit, taking on Lily Iannone from Winter Park. And in the hole, pairing 42.
19-6, Martin advances.
Olivia Martin moves on.
Judges are ready. Pairing number 40, bib 79, Miller on blue. Bib 58, Renadin on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Lila Miller on the blue course. Zoe Renadin on the red. Renadin from Vail. Miller from Steamboat. Miller on the blue course. Both girls turning and burning. Here they come to the bottom air. Miller with a truck driver. Oh, could not hold on. So red course will come across first. In the gate, Lily Iannone on the blue. Pairing 42 has Jalen Spraker on the red. Natalie Crete on the blue. Pairing 43 is in the hole. Two Steamboat teammates. Grace Mack on the red, going against Sydney Sword on the blue.
That was a red course winner, 18-7. Renovid advances.
Renadin moves on to pairing number 41.
Number 41, bib 42, Iannone on blue. Bib 36, Pope on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Lily Iannone on the blue from Winter Park. Emery Pope on the red from Team Summit. Both skiers smoking this middle section. Pope on the red, Iannone on the blue. Pope from Team Summit with a slight lead. And across the line they go. Red course will get the speed points. In the gate, pairing 42 has Natalie Crete on the blue course, taking on Aspen's Jalen Spraker on the red. Pairing 43 will pit Matt Grace on the red from Steamboat, taking on her teammate Sydney Sword on the blue.
16-9, Pope advances.
Emery Pope moves on.
Judges are ready. Pairing 42, bib 52, Crete on blue. Bib 8, Spraker on red. Blue course ready, red course.
Jalen Spraker on the red, Natalie Crete on the blue. Both girls launching that top air. Crete on the blue from Winter Park, Spraker from Aspen on the red. Spraker, a little bit of an advantage here through this middle section. Fast approaching that bottom air. Twister spread. And across the line first is Jalen Spraker. In the gate, pairing 43 has Grace Mack on the red. Sydney Sword will be on the blue. Pairing 44 will pit another set of Steamboat athletes.
Winner 20-5, Spraker advances.
Jalen Spraker will move on. On deck, we've got Anouk Bradley on the blue, Gigi Lobeck on the red, but first, pairing 43, Grace Mack on the red from Steamboat, Sydney Sword, her teammate on the blue.
Judges are ready. Pairing 43, bib 50, sword on blue. Bib 81, Mac on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
All right, Grace Mack, the young gun, taking on Sydney Sword, freshman versus sophomore here. Sword on the blue course, Mack on the red. Sword has the advantage here. To the bottom air they go. Oh, touching down, Sword zips across. Pairing 44 as Gigi Lobeck on the red, Anouk Bradley on the blue. Pairing 45 pits Tenley Lemna on the red, Georgia Kirschner on the blue. And pairing number 46 will have Kyla Salthouse versus Francesca Timponi. And it is Timponi, right?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's a blue course winner, 18-7. Sword advances.
Sydney Sword will move on. Another pair of Steamboat athletes head to head. Gigi Lobeck on the red, Anouk Bradley on the blue.
44, bib 78, Bradley on blue. Bib 45, Lobeck on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Anouk Bradley, the senior, on the blue. Gigi Lobeck, the junior, on the red. Both athletes head to head off that top air. Hammering through that middle section. Lobeck trying. Has a bit of a lead to that bottom air. Big twister for Lobeck. Back tuck for Anouk Bradley. We'll see what the judges have to say. Georgia Kirschner in pairing number 45 will be on the blue course from Team Summit, taking on Tenley Lemna on the red from Vail. They are in the gate. On deck, pairing 46 has Kyla Salthouse on the red from Team Summit, and her teammate Francesca Timponi on the blue course. And then we head back.
Red course winner, 13-12. Lobeck advances.
Wow, a tight one. Gigi Lobeck will move on.
Judges are ready. Pairing 45, bib number 5, Kirschner on blue. Bib 11, Lemna on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
All right, Georgia Kirschner on the blue. Tenley Lemna on the red. Kirschner floating that 3 up top. Both skiers slicing and dicing through this middle section. Kirschner with a slight lead, getting some separation. Lemna trying to reel her in. To the bottom air they go. Big twister spread. Kosak on the other side. And Georgia Kirschner will cross the line first. In the gate, we've got pairing 46. Kyla Salthouse will be on the red. Francesca Timponi, they call her Franny, will be on the red. Which brings us to pairing 47 on the men's side.
19-6, Kirschner advances.
Georgia Kirschner moves on. On deck, pairing 47. Is that right? I didn't think he won that.
This is going to be the accurate one. I can confirm it.
Okay, let's check that one.
Judges are ready. Pairing 46, bib number 92, Timponi on blue. Bib 94, Salthouse on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
No, that was a confusing one. I know they were in a lot of back and forth.
All righty. Salthouse on the red. Timponi on the blue. Kyla with a slight lead over her teammate Francesca. Two Team Summit skiers battling it out here. To the bottom air they go. Salthouse goes large and races across the line first on the red course. All right. In the gate, we've got Judah Simmons on the red course from Aspen, taking on Chase Atherton on the blue. On deck, pairing 48, pits Ben Henderson on the blue, Ben Thrush on the red.
That's a red course winner, 18-7. Salthouse advances.
Kyla Salthouse will move on.
So it's going to be next will be on blue will be Ben Henderson.
All right, pairing 47 in the gate. On deck, pairing 48, Ben Thrush will be on the red. Ben Henderson on the blue. Pairing 49 is in the hole.
Pairing 47, bib 240, Atherton on blue. Bib 241, Simmons on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Judah Simmons on the red. Chase Atherton on the blue. Simmons launching that top air first. Tried to reel in Simmons. Simmons on the red course, taking on Ben Henderson on the blue. Two Bens, two Winter Park skiers. Head to head. Who is the better Ben? Pairing 49 has Zach Scheinbaum from Winter Park on the red course, taking on Luca Dispense from Vail on the blue, and pairing 50 in the hole. Charlie Martin on the red, going against Owen Wanamaker on the blue.
Red will be Scheinbaum.
That is a red course winner, 13-12. Simmons advances.
Judah Simmons moves on. Way to go, Judah.
Bib 201 Henderson is not up here yet. He's apparently on his way, but he's not here. We do have the duo ready, and if we could let him in and let him explain to you, that would be awesome. And if not, advise, please.
Can I take a peek at this? Delaney, Mason. Okay, I got it. Anderson, John.
Yes, judges are okay with proceeding with pairing 49.
They're going to go to another pairing.
All right, we're dropping to pairing 49. Ben Henderson not in the gate, so the battle of Bens will have to wait. Luca Dispense will be on the blue course. Zach Scheinbaum on the red.
I don't think they were up there.
Yeah.
All right, so I got Thrush.
What pairing are we going with? Have pairing 48 in the gate right now.
48. Oh, gosh. Okay, 48.
Now we're back to pairing 48. Ben Henderson on the blue. Ben Thrush on the red.
48, bib 201, Henderson on blue. Bib 143, Thrush on red. Blue course ready, red course.
It's the battle of the Bens. Ben Henderson on the blue. Ben Thrush on the red. Thrush and Henderson ripping this middle section up. Thrush on the red course to the bottom air first. Smacks it down and takes it home. Ben Thrush will cross the line first. In the gate, pairing 49 will pit Zach Scheinbaum on the red. Luca Dispense from Vail on the blue. On deck, pairing 50 has Winter Park's Charlie Martin on the red against Vale's Owen Wanamaker on the blue.
19-6, Thrush advances.
Ben Thrush will move on to the top of the course.
Oh, we already did that one, didn't we? No? Okay. And then red is Martin Charlie? No, we did Shine Bomb last.
Judges are ready.
Charlie Martin's red.
Red.
Bearing 49. Bib 165, just bends on blue. Bib 114, Shine Bomb on red. Blue course ready. Red course.
Zach Scheinbaum, the big Z, on the red course from Winter Park, taking on Luca Dispense on the blue from Vale. Scheinbaum on the red, Dispense on the blue. Luca takes over the lead, but Zach's not going away. Both athletes landing at about the same time. Oh, we don't know. It's a tie. We'll have to go to the electronic timer, and we'll leave that one to the judges. In the gate, pairing 50, Charlie Martin from Winter Park will be on the red course. Owen Wanamaker from Vale will be on the blue. On deck, pairing 51, will pit Simon Cope on the blue course. Owen Delaney on the red.
15-10, Shine Bomb advances.
Zach Scheinbaum will move on.
Pairing number 50, bib 125, Wanamaker on blue. Bib 158, Martin on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Charlie Martin on the red course from Winter Park. Owen Wanamaker on the blue from Vale. Wanamaker on the blue. Charlie Martin with the lead. Wanamaker skis out. Here comes Martin to that bottom air. Nails it and takes it home. Pairing 51 is in the gate. Owen Delaney will be on the red. Simon Cope will be on the blue. Delaney from Team Summit. Cope from Vale. On deck, pairing 52.
Course winner 20-5, Martin advances.
Charlie Martin moves on. On deck, pairing 52 has Ryan Hughes on the red, taking on Mason Clark from Winter Park on the blue. And in the hole, pairing 53, Mad Max Jakimowicz on the red, going against Cole Anderson on the blue.
Judges are ready. Pairing 51, bib 189, Cope on blue. Bib 107, Delaney on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Team Summit's Owen Delaney on the red. Vale Simon Cope on the blue. Cope landing it first on the blue course. Delaney, though, looks like they're going to hit this bottom air at almost the same time. Simon Cope across the line first on the blue course. In the gate, pairing 52, will pit Ryan Hughes on the red course. Mason Clark on the blue. Clark from Winter Park, Hughes from Vale. On deck, pairing 53, Max Jakimowicz on the red.
Winner 18-7, Cope advances.
Simon Cope moves on. So on deck, Jakimowicz versus Anderson. In
Pairing 52, bib 178, Clark on blue. Bib 186, Hughes on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Mason Clark on the blue course. Ryan Hughes on the red course. Hughes from Vale, Clark from Winter Park. Both athletes head to head. Looks like Hughes has a slight lead. Mason Clark trying to reel him in, staying on his tails. Thundering to the bottom air. And Ryan Hughes is going to cross the line first by a ski tip. That was close. Cole Anderson will be on the blue course from Steamboat. Max Jakimowicz from Vale on the red. Pairing 54 on deck, Kittredge Farragher will be on the blue, taking on Munaya Ferreira on the red. And in the hole, pairing 39 back to the women's side of the bracket, Hazel Cool from Winter Park will be taking on Zoe Renedin will be taking on Olivia Martin.
That's a blue course winner, 1510. Clark advances.
Mason Clark from Winter Park on the blue course will move on.
Pairing 53, bib 181, Anderson on blue. Bib 144, Jakimowicz on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Jakimowicz on the red, Cole Anderson on the blue. To the top air they go, landing exactly the same time. Jakimowicz on the red, Anderson on the blue. Both athletes churning, burning. To the bottom air they come. Anderson hits that air first. Jakimowicz right there. And that one is going to go to Anderson on the blue, but it was close. In the gate, pairing 54 has Munaya Ferreira on the red. Kittredge Farragher on the blue. Farragher from Telluride. Ferreira from Winter Park, formerly from Telluride. On deck, pairing 55. Olivia Martin will be on the red. Zoe Renedin will be on the blue. And in the hole, pairing 56.
Winner, 16-9. Anderson advances.
Cole Anderson moves on.
So we're gonna stop at 54.
Okay.
Pairing 54, bib 111, Farragher on blue. Bib 191, Ferreira on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Munaya Ferreira on the red. Kittredge Farragher on the blue. Farragher hitting that top air first. Both airs popping into their line. Ferreira with a half a ski length lead. To the bottom air they come. Ferreira sends it, lands it. Farragher right on his tail. Red course will cross first. We'll leave that one to the judges. Break, okay. All right, we've got a slip coming up.
That's a red course winner, 19-6. Ferreira advances.
Munaya Ferreira will move on. All right, we're going to get a quick course break here. We'll get a slip in, and we'll be right back. Put it behind you. Sorry.
It's fine. It's normal.
If you got another beer, I'll take one if you got one.
like a condom around it when he rides it. Are we dead ass? I'm pretty sure it acts as lube as well. It doesn't sting your pit. It's like it stings. So the Magnum,
I also have.
Oh, God, no. Thank you.
Okay.
I need a little sour.
Oh, so yeah. I didn't realize they were the sour patches.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
no way.
If you really need more, I have more. I can open another. Like I have the sour one.
I know, hold this off.
But I have.
209.
Yes.
Yeah. I couldn't sleep last night. I was so worried about it. I was concerned. I was butting this, and I'm like, yo, if there's like blaze or something, I mean,
Should I open another?
I don't know. I don't know how copper feels on average about more. Yes. Yeah. Let's get up. And I figure all the athletes are up there because we're like we're in here.
Yeah, that's we're like every
So you put the name on the sheet in.
Yeah, so it's two-person operation. So the one person operates the camera and switches the camera from the webcam up top to the main camera. And so Alina really has that. And she also does some of the overlays. So if you see something where it's like, hey, we're going to be back in 15 minutes or stuff like that, she controls that. What I'm doing is there's another overlay where I can input text.
Good job, Jay.
Okay.
So I'm putting in the names.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
put
copy and
name.
paste. It's very, you gotta
Oh my God, it's amazing.
you gotta be honest. Hopefully next year there'll be something better.
Oh, but so far it's been great.
Well, what's great is the fact that the weather's great. Like if it were snowing right now, I would not be a happy person.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
none of us would.
None of us would be happy. But I'm like,
Tuesday,
I'll
Sunday,
jump here, like,
snowing.
no, it's fine.
I just think the one positive about this low snow year is
Weather's been great.
weather's been great.
No, that really, yeah, like here it's like, oh, yeah, I'm not freezing.
I think
It's only gonna get
what
longer.
we might, Lena and I, we've tossed around this idea when we think about it. It's almost like we need an enclosure
Yeah.
for this,
Right.
for the announcer and this, and maybe even like the camera. But I don't know how that would work or where it would go.
But when you can attach, you know how when you go camping, you attach something like a tent,
Put an awning on the side of it.
and no, but then with the like a restaurant, then they have the awning
Yeah,
and then they stop, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, why not?
I mean, I don't know. You could probably attach it and then like
give you
slide
30
it
seconds
on
to get
and
some
then
water. What time did we say we're
slide it
starting?
off, so that way it's not.
Sure.
Okay.
I didn't hear that. Why? Because Max beat
Oh.
my kid.
Darcy, do you guys have athletes up there? Oh, they have the whole scaffolding. They got the whole thing. Copy, thank you. Oh, yeah. I'm sure. Yeah, and one of the other things you want to do too is maybe by next year have different types of cameras. Because there's like, I know there are some cameras that like instead of having it manual, like you can have it automated, so it's has got motors and everything, and you can attach it up much higher onto that, and then someone can.
All right. We'll be heading to pairing number 55, which will pit Zoe Renadin from Vale on the blue course, taking on Olivia Martin from Winter Park on the red course. On deck, pairing 56, has Emery Pope. On the red course, Jalen Spraker will be on the blue. And in the hole, pairing 57, pits two Steamboat athletes head-to-head. Sydney Sword will be on the red course, Gigi Lobeck on the blue. And then pairing 58 has Kyla Salthouse on the blue, going against Georgia Kirshner, two Team Summit athletes, head-to-head.
Okay, judges are ready. Pairing 55, bib 58, Renadin on blue. Bib 75, Martin on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Renadin on the blue, Martin on the red, head-to-head. Olivia Martin with a slight lead off that top air. Zoe Renadin from Vale playing catch-up here. Olivia Martin to the bottom air with a huge back X. And Martin zips across the line first, and we'll get the time points. Pairing 56 will pit Emery Pope from Team Summit on the red course, taking on Jalen Spraker on the blue course. Spraker from Aspen. On
Red course winner 21-4, Martin advances.
Olivia Martin from Winter Park will move on. Actually, both girls, right? Are we at 8? Both girls back up to the top.
Spraker on blue, bib 36, Pope on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
All right, Emery Pope from Team Summit on the red. Jalen Spraker from Aspen on the blue. Head-to-head, turn for turn. Spraker's got the lead. Emery Pope trying to stay with her. Hanging tough on the red course. Here we go to the transition. Jalen Spraker, Emery Pope, and Spraker. Well, we're saying it's a tie, so we're going to have to go to the electronic timing. and to the judges. In the gate, pairing 57, has Sydney Sword from Steamboat on the red, taking on her teammate Gigi Lobeck on the blue. Pairing 58 on deck has Kyla Salthouse on the blue against Georgia Kirschner on the red. Two Team Summit athletes going head-to-head.
That's a blue course winner, 16-9. Spraker advances.
Jalen Spraker will move on. Both girls back to the top, though. And then do I come back to you? Where are we?
Judges are ready.
Okay.
You're gonna go to
Pairing 57, bib 45, Lobeck on blue. Bib 50, Sword on red. Blue course ready, red course.
Sydney Sword on the red. Gigi Lobeck on the blue. Lobeck, the junior in high school at Steamboat Springs. Sword, the sophomore. Sword is on the red. Lobeck with a slight lead. Turn for turn, here they come. Both athletes tearing up this middle section. Sword hits that air first, and Sydney Sword cruising across the line with the speed points. In the gate, pairing number 58, two Team Summit athletes going head-to-head. Georgia Kirschner will be on the red, Kyla Salthouse on the blue.
5, Sword advances.
Sydney Sword will move on. Both girls back to the top.
Judges are ready. Pairing 58, bib 94, Salthouse on blue. Bib 5, Kirschner on red. Blue course ready, red course.
Kyla Salthouse on the blue. Georgia Kirschner on the red. Two Team Summit athletes head-to-head. Salthouse and Kirschner. Salthouse on the blue. Kirschner on the red. Both girls firing on all cylinders. Kirschner, Salthouse. Salthouse sticks it, and she's going to cross the line first on the blue course. Now we move back to the men's side of the bracket, which will bring us to pairing number 59. Ben Thrush from Winter Park will be skiing against Judah Simmons from Aspen. On deck, pairing 60, Charlie Martin from Winter Park on the blue against his teammate Zach Scheinbaum. Pairing 61, in the hole, Winter Park's Mason Clark on the blue course. Vale Simon Cope on the red.
Blue course winner, 13-12, Salthouse advances.
Kyla Salthouse will move on. Both girls back to the top. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks to Alina.
Do you have your men up top? Judges are ready. Pairing 59, bib 143, Thrush on blue, bib 241, Simmons on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Anderson on red and Ferreira on blue.
All right, Judah Simmons on the red course. Ben Thrush on the blue. Simmons looks like he's got a slight edge. Now Ben Thrush. To the bottom air they go. Ben Thrush just a little ahead of Judah. And the blue course will get the speed points. Let's see what the judges have to say. Pairing 60 is in the gate. We know him as Charlie Martin. In Europe, he's Martin Charlie. He's on the blue course. Zach Scheinbaum on the red. Two Winter Park athletes head-to-head. On deck, pairing 61 has Mason Clark on the blue. Simon Cope on the red. Cope from Vale. Clark from Winter Park. And in the hole, pairing 62, Munayo Ferreira on the blue. Cole Anderson on the red. Ferreira from Winter Park. Anderson from Steamboat.
We have a red course winner, 13-12. Simmons advances.
Judah Simmons moves on. Both boys back to the top.
Judges are ready. Number 60, bib 158, Martin on blue. Bib 114, Scheinbaum on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Classic Winter Park matchup. Martin on the blue, Scheinbaum on the red. The Big Z, Zach Scheinbaum on the red course. Charlie Martin with a lead right now on the blue course. Both boys hammering to this bottom air. Martin lands it first and is across the line with the speed points. That one was tight. All right. In the gate, pairing number 61, Mason Clark from Winter Park on the blue course. Simon Cope from Vale on the red. On deck, pairing 62, will pit Munayo Ferreira on the blue. Cole Anderson on the red. Ferreira from Winter Park. Anderson from the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club.
Course winner, 15-10. Martin advances.
Charlie Martin advances, both boys back to the top. Awesome run, guys.
Judges are ready. Pairing 61, bib 178, Clark on blue. Bib 189, Cope on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Mason Clark on the blue course from Winter Park. Simon Cope on the red. Takeoff and landing at the same time. Simon Cope drawing a little bit of a lead here. To the bottom air they go. Simon Cope lands it, but here comes Mason Clark, who's got it. That was a tie. I'll have to go to the electric timer. Cole Anderson will be on the red course for the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. Munaya Ferreira will be on the blue. Ferreira from Winter Park, originally skiing for Telluride. Cole Anderson, a sophomore at Steamboat Springs High School, looking to upend the veteran. Let's see what happens.
Blue course advances, 13-12. Clark advances.
Mason Clark from Winter Park. Both athletes back to the top.
Pairing 62, bib 191, Ferreira on blue. Bib 181, Anderson on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Cole Anderson on the red course from Steamboat. Munaya Ferreira on the blue course from Winter Park. Ferreira with a little bit of a lead. Anderson right on his tails. Now they're turn for turn. To the bottom air, here they come. Takeoff and landing simultaneously. Who's got the speed points? Ferreira by a nose. Oh my, what a duel.
The next, I think, is
Okay, perfect.
Wait, is this, are we, oh, okay. Oh, we're in the finals.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so this is the girls. So, Lobeck Kirschner.
We have a blue course winner, 13-12. Ferreira advances.
Wow. Tight. Munaya Ferreira will advance both athletes back to the top. Awesome job. Good skiing there, Cole. Way to go, boys.
That, I think, is what is going to be up next. Starting from the bottom.
Let me know when you have your women up there. Will do. We don't have anybody right now.
And right now it's Kirschner and Lobeck.
Yes. That, they're going to read them off. Hopefully,
Yeah.
All righty.
We write names down yet? Not yet. Oh.
I want to make sure this is right, though.
Yeah.
I'm the only one doing it. Or they just usually do it.
Let me see that real quick.
Pairing 63, Lobeck versus Kirschner.
Pairing 63, bib number 5, Kirschner on blue. Bib 45, Lobeck on red. Blue course ready, red course.
Gigi Lobeck from the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club taking on hometown hero Georgia Kirschner on the blue course. Lobeck and Kirschner battling it out to fight for 5th place. Gigi Lobeck, Georgia Kirschner off that top air at the same time. And who's got the time? Oh, we've got a tie. It looked to me like the red course finished first, but they've got an electric timer up there. They'll know. They'll know. All right, in the gate, pairing 64, will pit Zoe Renedin from Vail on the red course, taking on Emery Pope from Team Summit on the blue. On deck, pairing 65, Kyla Salthouse on the red, Sydney Sword on the blue. And pairing 66,
Winner 13-12, Kirschner advances.
Georgia Kirschner will battle for 5th place. Gigi Lobeck will be dueling for 7th. Pairing 66 has Jalen Spraker on the red, Olivia Martin on the blue.
Ready? Pairing number 64, bib 36, Pope on blue. Bib 58, Redden on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Zoe Redden on the red course, Emery Pope on the blue. Pope from Team Summit, Renedin from Vail. Renedin on the red, Emery Pope on the blue. Pope with about a 2-turn lead here. Oh, skis out. And then to the bottom air they go. And Zoe Renedin is going to scream across the line first. On deck, pairing 65, dueling for 1st place, Kyla Salthouse, Sydney Sword. On deck, pairing 66.
We have a red course winner 19-6. Renodin advances.
Renedin moves on. So pairing 66 is on deck. That's Jalen Spraker on the red, Olivia Martin on the blue.
Pairing number 65, bib 50, Sword on blue. Bib 94, Salthouse on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Kyla Salthouse on the red from Team Summit. Sydney Sword from Steamboat on the blue. Both girls launching that top air, and here they come. Salthouse with the lead. Sydney Sword trying to catch her here. To the bottom air they go. Salthouse sends it first and drives across the line. In the gate, pairing 66, Jalen Spraker from Aspen on the red course. Olivia Martin from Winter Park on the blue course, battling for the right to ski for 1st place. On deck, pairing 67, we go to the men's side of the bracket. Simon Cope will be on the red course. Cole Anderson on the blue. Cope from Vail, Anderson from Steamboat. And pairing 68 in the hole, Ben Thrush from Winter Park will be on the red, taking on his teammate Zach Scheinbaum on the blue.
No, for it's the semis. It's for the right to battle for 1st. Right. Okay.
Okay, that's it. Red course winner 14-9. Salthouse advances.
Kyla Salthouse will be dueling for the top of the podium, while Sydney Sword will be dueling for a place on it.
Judges are ready. Pairing 66, bib number 75, Martin on blue. Bib 8, Spraker on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Jalen Spraker on the red course. Olivia Martin on the blue. Martin off that top air, floating the 3. Has a lead, but Jalen Spraker trying to reel her in. Spraker from Aspen. Martin from Winter Park. Here comes Spraker to the bottom air. Martin goes upside down. Twister spread for Spraker. And Olivia Martin will cross the line first. On deck, pairing 67 on the men's side of the bracket. Simon Cope from Vail will be on the red course. Cole Anderson will be on the blue from Steamboat. Battling for the right to ski for 5th place. Pairing 68 is on deck with Ben Thrush on the red from Winter Park, taking on his teammate Zach Scheinbaum on the blue. In the hole, pairing 69, Munayo Ferreira on the red course from Winter Park.
Blue course winner 1411, Martin advances.
Olivia Martin will be dueling with Kyla Salthouse for first place, while Jalen Spraker and Sydney Sword will battle it out for third.
Judges are ready. Pairing 67, bib 181, Anderson on blue. Bib 189, Cope on red. Blue course ready, red course.
Cole Anderson on the blue course from the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. Simon Cope from Vail on the red. Cope and Anderson going head to head. Simon Cope with a little bit of a lead. Anderson, oh, down goes Anderson. And Simon Cope takes it across the line first.
DNF blue, red course advances.
Simon Cope will be battling for 5th place. Cole Anderson for 7th. Pairing 68 has Ben Thrush on the red. Zach Scheinbaum on the blue. On deck, pairing 69.
Pairing 68, bib 114, Scheinbaum on blue. Bib 143, Thrush on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Ben Thrush on the red. The Big Z, Zach Scheinbaum on the blue. 2 Winter Park athletes going head to head. Scheinbaum on the blue, trying to reel in Ben Thrush. Zach skis out. Ben Thrush nails it and takes it home and will get the speed points. In the gate, pairing 69 has Munayo Ferreira on the red course. Mason Clark from Winter Park on the blue as they battle and duel for a right to the top of the podium, or at least to ski for that. Charlie Martin, pairing 70, will be on the red course.
Advances, Thrush advances.
Ben Thrush will move on to ski for 5th place. Zach Scheinbaum and Cole Anderson will go head-to-head for 7th. So pairing 70 is on deck. That's Charlie Martin on the red, Judas Simmons on the blue.
Pairing 69, bib 178, Clark on blue. Bib 191, Ferreira on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Munayo Ferreira on the red. Mason Clark from Winter Park on the blue. Both athletes head-to-head here. Ferreira on the red. Clark on the blue. Munayo with a bit of a lead. To the bottom air they come. Munayo. Oh, my. Storming from behind. That one is a tie as Mason Clark turned on the afterburners off that top air. We'll have to see what the judges have to say. Pairing 70 is Charlie Martin from Winter Park on the red course. Judah Simmons from Aspen on the blue.
We have red course winner 1510. Ferrara advances.
Munaya Ferreira will move on to ski for the top of the podium. Mason Clark battling for a spot on the podium. Pairing 70, Charlie Martin will be on the red course from Winter Park. Judah Simmons from Aspen on the blue.
Pairing 70, bib 241, Simmons on blue. Bib 158, Martin on red. Blue course ready, red course ready.
Charlie Martin on the red, Judah Simmons on the blue. Charlie Martin and Judah Simmons churning and burning through this middle section. Oh, Simmons goes down. Martin to the bottom air. Martin, Charlie across first. Judah Simmons with the Cossack. Simmons will be battling for third place with Mason Clark.
Red course winner, Martin advances.
Charlie Martin will be taking on Munaya Ferreira. Two Winter Park athletes battling for the top of the podium. Winter Park trying to go for a clean sweep. As Mason Clark will be on the red course in pairing 77, and Judah Simmons will be on the blue battling for third place. But we head down to pairing number 71, which will pit Emery Pope from Team Summit on the blue course against Gigi Lopek from Steamboat on the red course as they duel for 7th place. On deck, pairing 72 has Georgia Kirshner on the blue course. Zoe Redden on the red course from Vail as they do battle for 5th place. Pairing 73 has Jalen Spraker dueling Sydney Sword. Sword on the red, Spraker on the blue. That's for a spot on the podium. And pairing 74 will be for all the marbles on the women's side of the bracket. Kyla Salthouse will be on the blue course. Olivia Martin will be on the red. Martin from Winter Park, Salthouse from Team Summit for first place. And then on the men's side of the bracket, pairing 75 for 7th place, has Zach Scheinbaum on the blue, Cole Anderson on the red as they go head-to-head for 7th place. Scheinbaum from Winter Park, Anderson from Steamboat. Pairing 76 will have Simon Cope facing off against Ben Thrush. Thrush will be on the blue course from Winter Park. Thrush will be on the red course from Winter Park. Simon Cope will be on the blue course. And the duel for third is pairing number 77. Judah Simmons from Aspen will be on the blue course. Mason Clark from Winter Park will be on the red. And then for all the marbles on the men's side of the bracket, pairing 78 has Munaya Ferreira on the blue, taking on Charlie Martin on the red. A big shout out, of course, to Copper Mountain Resort for hosting this awesome event this weekend, as well as Team Summit for their gracious hospitality. A big shout out, of course, to our sponsors, Mark Dispense and D.A. Davidson, our Blue Course panel sponsors. Stephanie Iannone with the Iannone Group, our Red Course panel sponsors. Dave Lemna with Local Homes, our bib sponsors. Jessica J. with Conservation Law PC, one of our many Feather Flag sponsors. Alex Michael with Mile to Wild Rafting. Jim Hendry from Open Real Estate on the Front Range. Deirdre McGuire with GHP Investment Advisors. Mark Rubenstein with Okra On Call Restaurant Accounting, another Feather Flag sponsor, as well as Jason Jakimowicz from Emerald Peak Wealth Management of Raymond James, a Feather Flag sponsor, and Patrick Krause with American Business Solutions, our Feather Flag and Promo Solutions partner. Grady and Jen Huff from Studio Lemonade, our marketing and design partner. And Justin and Patsy Patnode from WebEZ.net, our website design partner. Our sponsors make it a reality. Thank you, thank you. Your support is greatly appreciated. We do have some Rocky Mountain Freestyle drinkware, pint glasses at just $5. Classic and clean for fans who love to celebrate in style. We have one Rocky Mountain Freestyle Stanley Stay Chill Adventure pint, built to chill and tough enough for every mountain moment for just $29. We have the beautiful stemless wine glass, a colorful twist on the Après tradition at $14. And the Rocky Mountain Freestyle Arctic Zone Wine Cup, slopeside style meets chill perfection for $25. You could get them here at the trailer. Remember, we only have one Stanley Stay Chill Adventure pint left. If you want to get it, I'd get it today. Rocky Mountain Freestyle is a 501c3 nonprofit, an essential part of the Rocky Mountain Division of the U.S. Ski and Snowboard, serving as a critical bridge between local club programs and the U.S. Ski Team pathway. Every dollar that you donate supports the infrastructure that develops these athletes, from timing systems and course builds to safety equipment and live stream technology. Donations are tax deductible, and they do go directly toward keeping these competitions running at all level.
It was good to see Justin yesterday.
I know. He wishes he was here more, but
It's hard to make it work. I don't know how you do it, too.
I mean, I don't have to with my job.
Yeah, Wendy doesn't.
Yeah.
She's a property manager, so.
What is she?
that your place is awesome. That was super fun last time. Yeah, we're in one more run. One more run and we are done. So, and your kids are so damn cute.
I was thinking of you and I was like, looking up and it's not that hard. You know?
Oh, yes. Oh, you got two? No, at least Steamboat, we have wagons.
Right.
So you can throw everything through.
You deal with it. Yeah. But you had me laughing though, because I was like, thank you, Mark. Thank you. I feel so appreciated and seen.
What we have to do. And you just wait. It goes by so damn quick.
I know that.
We were just kvetching here.
It sure does.
Yeah.
Everybody tells you that, but it is.
Yeah, Griffin turned 17 on Wednesday.
17? Oh, God, I love 17.
I would love to know what they're doing down here.
So they've got like a screwdriver and they put it in the snow. They put their hands on their knee when someone says go, and they have whoever grabs it first wins. You know, they're competing because that's what they do.
Well, your son just won.
Yeah. Nice job, Griff. Way to win a duel today.
Damn.
I love you, dude. I'm just kidding.
Man. That's gonna be a quiet ride home.
He's taking the van. It'd be a quiet ride anyway. The kid just scrolls.
They're all playing that one game.
Oh, yeah, they're all.
Brownie. Hold on,
Yeah.
let's go here. Is this
Like, dude, come on.
do you think this is a joke? Do you think this is a joke, Sam? It's called grit.
So each one's different. Like some of them.
I'm Brian. We met last night.
All right, folks, focus your eyes to the top of the course. Pairing 71 coming at us from Team Summit. Emery Pope will be on the blue course. From Steamboat, Gigi Lobeck on the red. On deck, pairing 72, Georgia Kirschner. She will be on the blue course. Zoe Renadin from Vale on the red. And in the hole, pairing 73, Jalen Spraker on the blue, Sydney Sword on the red.
Okay, judges, are you ready for the first duel? Pairing number 71, 36 Pope on blue lane, 45 Lebec on red lane. Blue lane ready, red lane ready.
Gigi Lobeck on the red, Emery Pope on the blue. Lobeck launching that first air. Both girls slicing and dicing through this middle section. Lobeck with a slight lead here on the red course from the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club, floating a big twister and taking it across the line first. In the gate, pairing 72, Georgia Kirshner will be on the blue course.
We have a red course winner. Lobeck takes 7th.
Gigi Lobeck moves into 7th. Emery Pope will be on the blue course. All right, it looks like we are skipping 72, moving to 73. I know, but he just said.
Do you think she just came on?
Yeah, he just said it.
No, man, we don't know where she is.
Let's go on to pairing 72. Judges are ready.
Pairing 72 is a scratch. Number 58, Resident, is not here, so we're going to move to 73 when you're ready.
All right, we're moving to 73. Georgia Kirshner will move into 5th place. Zoe Renenden will move into 6th. Pairing 73 has Jalen Spraker from Aspen on the blue course. Sydney Sword from Steamboat on the red.
Pairing 73, 8 Sparker on blue, 50 Sword on red. Blue lane ready, red lane ready.
Sydney Sword from Steamboat on the red. Jalen Spraker from Aspen on the blue. Both girls touching down at the same time. Here they come. Spraker with a slight lead. Sword staying with her, turn for turn. Sword playing catch up here. Sword to the bottom air. Spraker on her tails. Sword goes upside down. She takes it across the line first. Turning on the afterburners at the end. That is a battle for 3rd place. Our duel for first, pairing 74, is in the gate. Kyla Salthouse will be on the blue. Olivia Martin will be on the red. Martin from Winter Park, Salthouse from Team Summit. On deck, the battle for 7th on the men's side of the bracket.
We have a red course winner, 17-8. Sword takes 5th.
Sydney Sword moves on to 3rd place. Jalen Spraker will slide into 4th place. Now we battle for all the marbles, pairing 74.
Pairing 74, 94 Salthouse on blue, 75 Martin on red. Blue lane ready, red lane ready.
Olivia Martin on the red. Kyla Salthouse on the blue. Winter Park versus Team Summit. Martin from Winter Park. Salthouse from Team Summit. Salthouse has a little bit of a lead. Olivia Martin, though, churning and burning. To the bottom air they go. Olivia Martin launching first. And smoking across the line. Martin on the red course will get the speed points. In the gate, pairing 75 for 7th place on the men's side of the bracket. Zach Scheinbaum will be on the blue course. Cole Anderson will be on the red. Pairing 76 on deck. Vale Simon Koch on the blue course.
Winner 18-7. Martin takes 3rd or 2nd.
Or first. Olivia Martin will jump into 1st place. Kyla Salthouse will be in 2nd.
Judges are ready.
Pairing 75, 114 Scheinbaum on blue, 181 Anderson on red. Blue lane ready, red lane ready.
Winter Park versus Steamboat. Zach Scheinbaum on the blue. Cole Anderson on the red. Both boys turning it upside down, and here they come. Scheinbaum right now with a bit of a lead. Anderson staying on his tails. Anderson, Shine Bomb. And here they come, zipping across the line in red course. Cole Anderson by a nose. Simon Cope from Vale will be on the blue course. Ben Thrush from Winter Park on the red. Pairing 76 will be going for 5th place.
Course winner 18-7. Anderson takes 7th.
Cole Anderson moves into 7th place. Zach Scheinbaum drops to 8. Pairing 77 on deck.
Pairing 76, 189 Cope on blue, 133 Thrush on red. Blue lane ready, red lane ready.
Simon Cope on the blue from Vale. Ben Thrush from Winter Park on the red. Cope with a slight advantage, but here comes Ben Thrush. Ben Thrush in a rush to the bottom air he goes. Sends it to next week and takes it across the line. On deck, our battle for 3rd place. Pairing 77 pits Judah Simmons from Aspen on the blue course. Mason Clark from Winter Park on the red. And on deck, pairing 78 for all the marbles. Munaya Ferreira from Winter Park on the blue course will be taking on his teammate Charlie Martin on the red.
Course winner 20-5. Thrush takes 5th.
Ben Thrush moves to 5th place. Simon Cope into 6th.
Judges are ready.
Pairing 77, 241, Simmons on blue, 178, Clark on red. Blue lane ready, red lane ready.
Mason Clark on the red course. Judah Simmons on the blue. Simmons from Aspen. Clark from Winter Park. Simmons on the blue. Skis out. And here comes Mason Clark from Winter Park. Sliding in, looks like to 3rd place, but we will leave it for the judges. Make some noise for Judah Simmons, ladies and gentlemen. And that brings us to pairing 78. 2 Winter Park athletes looking for they got the clean sweep. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, no matter what, belongs to Winter Park. But will it be Munaya Ferreira on the blue course?
Clark takes 3rd.
Mason Clark moves into 3rd. Judah Simmons to 4th. Ferreira on the blue. Martin on the red.
Judges are ready.
Look out, Griff.
Pairing 78, 191 Ferrer on blue, 158 Martin on red. Blue lane ready, red lane ready.
Munaya Ferreira on the blue. Charlie Martin on the red. 2 Winter Park athletes going head to head. Ferreira on the blue, Martin on the red. Both boys screaming through this middle section. Fast approaching the bottom air. Charlie Martin, or Martin Charlie, hitting it first. And he slides across first.
You want to wait till they announce the winner? You may have some upset streamers.
We have a red course winner 16-9. Martin takes 1st.
Charlie Martin moves to the top of the podium. A big weekend for Charlie. Munaya Ferreira in 2nd. Great job, boys. We'll be right back with all of our awards and accolades. Don't you go anywhere.